Hello, this is Dylan Rosenthal, and this is going to be episode number 2 in our series of Photoshop for Ensemble Library Interns and Others. Today we're going to be talking about fixing page turns with Photoshop, a couple of different tactics that might be useful for tackling fixing page turns, and when it might not be appropriate to use Photoshop for fixing your page turn problems. So the three different methods that I want to talk about today are as follows. The first method is the cover page method. The second method is I like to call the cut method, and the third method I like to call the split method. These names will become obvious later as we talk through how we go through fixing these page turn problems. Okay, let's start with our first example. So whenever we're looking to fix page turn problems, the first thing we're going to want to check is what's called pagination. Pagination is basically seeing how the pages lie, where the page turns line up, and are the page turns good. So one thing to understand is that anytime, especially for the cover page method, is that page turns when you're doing a booklet style part are always going to lie on the odd number pages, so 1, 3, 5, etc. Whereas your even number pages will not have a page turn on them. You will not have to turn the page at the end of an even number page. So with that in mind, let's take a look at this piece, or this part. So this page turn is not too bad. It's the end of a movement. They should have plenty of time. The player will not have to turn the page at the end of this page. However, one thing to notice is that there is a 6-bar rest at the end of this page. The third page, you will have to turn the page, and there is a problem. There is a note hanging over that goes into the next page without any breaks. So here, because there is a very good page turn possibility on an even number page and a less than ideal page turn on an odd number page, then a method that will work here is the cover page. And what the cover page will do is add another page before our first page to change all of our odd number pages into even number pages and all of our even number pages into odd number pages. And funnily enough, the best way to do this method is actually not with Photoshop at all, but with Adobe Acrobat. And the way that you do this is going to be in the following way. You're going to click Organize Pages. You're going to copy your first page, and you will paste it before your current first page so that now this is the real first page. And what you're going to want to do is get rid of all of the music parts of this page. So anything that isn't like the catalog number or the order number or any watermarks or anything like that. And the way that we're going to do that is, there are a couple different ways to do that, but today we're going to use the redact tool. So anything that is not important for a cover page is going to go bye-bye. So all of this can go, this can go, and finally this can go. Apply, continue, and we're not going to save right now, but you'll save it in real life. So now when we look at our page turns, this is our new first page. What was page number 1 is now page number 2 and is on the left-hand side. And what was page 2 is now page 3, and we have that nice page turn where it's supposed to be. So that is the cover page method. Very effective in fixing page turns. Okay. So The next method that I'm going to want to talk about is going to be what I like to call the cut method. So we're going to do the same sort of process that we did with the last example. We're going to open it with Photoshop, the same way that we did before. And we're going to take a look at the pagination. So this example already has a cover page. So this is going to be page number 2. Page number 3 has music. And page number 4 also has music. So this is not ideal, obviously. You do not want to be turning pages during music. So I would classify this as a less than ideal page turn. So when you have something like this, the first thing you want to take a look for are multi-measure rests or rests that happen at the edge of staff lines. And here we have 2 options. We have this one and this one. Because this page has space on it, what we're going to do is we are going to cut these 2 bar lines and we're going to put them above these bar lines on this page, thus being called the cut method. You can also do this in some scenarios by creating a completely different page. So you'll basically copy this page and then cut the page in half so that this will now be 2 pages instead of 1. But be advised, if you do that, any page after your cut page will be inverted. So if it's an odd number page, it will become an even number page. So that's just something that you need to be aware of. But in this scenario, what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 lines and put them on the next page. And the way that we're going to do that is by creating a background with the shortcuts that we talked about in the last episode. And we're going to move this music down, like so, like that. And we're going to do the same thing here with the background. But now we are going to select the bar lines that we do not want to be on this page. And we are going to cut them with Control X or Command X. So now we're going to cut them and we're going to paste them onto our next page, like so. There we go. And when you do so, you want to make sure that the edge of the staff lines line up as best as they can. Okay. So now, when we take a look at our page turns, we have odd number, which is a cover page, left, right, and now we have plenty of time to turn the page. And that's left and right. So that is the cut method. Very effective and very simple way to fix your page turns. Alrighty. So the final method I want to talk about today is a variation on the cut method that I like to call the split method. And it works in the following way. So once again, never checking for page turns, you want to open your part and take a look at where the page turns lie. So take a look here, turn the page, and there's rest. So that page turn is okay. So now we're on the left, right, and we have music. And so this is on the right-hand side, and now left-hand side, we have music, and we have no good possible page turns on this page. So there's a problem. We cannot use this. This is too much music to put over here. And even if we could, there's no good possible page turns on this page to make that solution work. So the next best solution will be to find another multi-measure rest that you can possibly cut from. And in this scenario, we have one. This 3 multi-measure rest here. Now, what we're going to do here is instead of cutting this line and putting it over on this page, we are going to copy this line and we are going to split this multi-measure rest in half. And that is going to look like the following. So once again, on the page you'll be placing your new cut page onto, or your new split measure onto. You're going to create a background with the same shortcuts as before. And you're once again going to make space for your new staff line, like so. Go back to your original example and do the same thing. And now we're going to select the staff line we don't want. But instead of cutting it, we're going to copy it. So Command C. Go back to the next page and paste it. And line it up to the best of our ability. Okay. So now that we're on, and I'm going to merge this down quickly. So now that we're on the next page, this material is going to want to be played. But we don't want this bar to be played on this page. So we're going to get rid of it. And we're going to do so in the following way. We're going to select this material, including the bar line, and we're going to fill it with white and delete it. The next thing we're going to do is get rid of this number because we are not going to be using it in this scenario because we will be changing the number for the multi-measure rest. So fill with white like so. Now we're going to want to take this edge of the multi-measure rest and get it over here. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to select the material and we're going to hit Command Shift J, like so. Command Shift J. And we are going to move it simply across like so, making sure that it lines up with the staff line on the other side of the page, which it does. Once we have done that, we are going to take this blank space of multi-measure rest and we're going to select it and we're going to distort it. We're going to stretch it. Stretch it from here all the way over here. And the way you're going to do that is right click, distort, and you're going to click drag like this all the way over here. Making sure that when you get over here, you line it up so that your angle is 0. Like that. Okay. Now, sometimes when you do this, you have a little bit of a blurry line here, and that's an easy fix. You just select this again, and then distort again, and then you just spread it across like so. Okay. And then the last step is going to be to fix this line here. So another distort, like so. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay. All right. So now the last step of this is, well, actually, we're going to merge this down. We're going to add the number, the new number. So because we have 3 here, it's going to be split into 2 and 1. So let's have the 1 be on this side. So we're going to take our text tool. I like using Times New Roman, bold, and we are going to place it in the same location, like so. So this is Times New Roman bold, and we're going to place it in the middle of the multi-measure rest. Now, in this specific example, it's kind of funny because you have a 1 bar and a multi-measure rest, but hopefully in other scenarios you'll have more than just 1 bar of rest. Okay, so that's fixing the even number page. Let's go back to the odd number page where we started. So now on this side, we're going to want to play this bar, but not play any of this material, right? Because we're going to be turning the page and playing it on this side. So we're going to do basically what we did before, but in reverse. So we're going to get rid of all of this, like so. We're going to get rid of all of this, saving a little space on the end for your bar line. Fill with white. Select your other edge. So last time we did the left-hand side, now we're doing the right-hand side. Select it. Command-Shift-J. Move it across the page, the other side. And the reason why you want to do that step and not just distort from the beginning is because you'll make this bar here fat. It will be fatter than the other side and it'll look kind of funny. So I like to split it off first before doing that. Okay, and then once again, get rid of this number. And we're going to stretch this material. To the other side of the page. Whee! Okay. Line it up and hit OK. Now get rid of this line. Like so. Okay. And now, since our original multi-measure rest was, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this real quick as well. So since our original multi-measure rest was 3 bars, this, and we have 1 bar here, then this will be 2 bars, obviously. So same method as before. Make sure that it's going to be the same size. So I used 16 before, it was 16 again. Place it here, and it'll be 2. And make sure that it's the same font and everything. And now we're going to place it in the same spot as it is in the other examples. See, like up here, it's like being split by the top line of the staff. So we're going to do the same thing here. Line it up, make sure it's somewhere in the middle. And there you go. So now, if we look at our page turns, we have right-hand side, odd, left-hand side, good. And then we have left, right, break, and then we have left, right. Fixing our page turn by splitting the measure. Now, or the multi-measure rest, I should say. Another thing to keep in mind too is that if you don't want this number to look slightly different than the other ones, you can try and find other examples of this number in the piece. So for example, I could have used copy and paste of this 2 to put that here rather than using a text 2. But that's up to you. Okay. Those are all the methods I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.